It was the beginning of July, and my family was on vacation at the beach house for another summer. This little area on the bay is one of my favorite places to venture out to each time we come down. And this trip, I wasted little time getting out to see it. In fact, I'd be back here a few times, all within the week of our stay. I was eyeing up ribbed mussels, as you can see just how many there were alongside the banks of the water. But this area offers a lot of ways to connect with the nature and environment it provides. I just like being out there, soaking it all in.
Snowball, so you don't get
We got out onto the beach every day for the first 4 or 5 days on our visit, and then very little for the rest of our trip. This year's stay was different in the fact that it was a bit more low-key than it had been in the past. Usually, my wife's brothers will stay at the beach house too, for more than just a weekend. This time, 2 of them were only able to stay for a couple nights, towards the end of our trip.
See him right there?
moving.
There he's moving. Hi, little guy. Hi, dude. I'm gonna go put you back in the water. Oh, oh.
It was also early in the week when I took my night to watch the sunset out on the beach. I watched the gulls zip up and down the shoreline. I watched pleasantly contented people and their evening activities in the surf. I watched skittish sand crabs play hide and seek with oblivious passerbys. Some of them even seemed to dance to my music. I watched the blue of the ocean send wave after wave to crash onto the sandbank. I watched the silver crescent of the moon take shape after sundown and cast an ominous visual over the high-risers in the background. Laura and I got a night out for dinner with live entertainment for a change. It isn't often these days when we get these kinds of opportunities.
Carnage after the high tide.
Back out to the bayside, I tried my hand at searching for some clams. Years ago, a good friend of mine took me out into the bay to catch clams and mussels. We got a good haul that day and ended up eating what we caught for dinner that evening after steaming them. My hope was to do something similar today, and I have to admit that it was a poor effort on my end as I came up empty-handed this time around. But I did bag a handful of ribbed mussels. Spotting some of those blue crabs reminded me that catching a few of those is also on my bucket list down the road.
Come here.
What's the magic word? What's the magic word? Got it.
Okay.
What? Can you carry it there? I'm gonna.
The kids did a lot of this while we were vacationing. I didn't join them every time at the pools, but I did on this day. Laura will normally take them, pack a lunch, and possibly spend 4 or 5 hours wearing the kids down in the hot sun. The little ones absolutely relish being in that water. Next, you'll get to see what it looks like when I let them commandeer the camera for a few minutes each.
I want to take a video. I'm getting a video. Corda-vi-da-da, corda-vi-da-da, corda-vi-da-da. Away from me. Until I get it. Yay, I get it.
Got it. Come on. Here, I'll show you.
Shut that corn, you bruh.
Itty bitty little hair.
I didn't see it. Make sure they don't roll off.
Yeah, you did. You said you saw him have one hair. Joy! Wait a minute, I'm not building the Star Destroyer. I'm not the one building this.
She's out.
I'm not building this.
Thank you.
She's out.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, I'm not smart.
You took it apart.
It says pop.
It does. It looks like a big star.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
18, 19, 20, 21. I'm gonna wait till it gets to 30 seconds and then turn it off.
Whoa, bro.
Whoa, bruh.
Whoa, bro.
I have to do it with a free hand. So that it works for us. If it doesn't work,
Here.
This was the night on the beach to watch fireworks. And the sunset sky was absolutely on fire.
My hair. Oh. Your hair. My baby. Look at this. Take a picture.
Hey, Ryan.
I got you.
For you?
Okay, go over with the girls. Ryan, you ready?
it's a circus ring.
Send her a picture. We'll send her a picture. Can you write an R for Ryan?
Go, Lukey.
Where are you going?
New is open a new pack, so. Yes.
Okay, ready? Come back to it later if you want to do it again, okay?
Yeah!
We'll go do some other things first.
No, I want to do...
You want to do these trucks?
I want to do like a little merry-go-round. I want to do the little merry-go-round.
You mean the... See that? See him? There. Right there. He doesn't want to do
like it's going like
Alright, does anybody need a bathroom now? We're walking by the bathrooms right now. Shan, do you need to go?
No.
Aaron, do you need to go? Rory, do you need to go?
ice cream?
To the bathroom? It won't take long, bud.
That evening, I indulged in a blue crab dinner. Hadn't been able to pick at crabs in 2 years, so this was long overdue.
So, I don't,
Can you count them?
10. 10.
11, 12. I'll be eating all these, baby. Maybe when you get old enough, you can eat crabs with me.
That, and that. There's 3 toasts. Isn't that a nutcracker?
Yeah, that can crack nuts too, but so like the claws are really hard.
$1.48. What?
Crabby cakes.
Crab cakes?
If it just tap the screen, you can see the screen again. After a minute, it goes dark.
Oh.
I might have a few more and then I'm calling it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to eat the whole bag tonight. I think they gave me more than 20 crabs.
You said you bought a pack of 18.
I bought 18. But sometimes when you buy crabs, they throw in extras. Especially if they're small crabs, because sometimes the claws and the legs fall off, and I don't know. They don't always count them outright, so which is good because you get more than you pay for. So.
Everywhere. So then, the ghost power punted it again.
Oh my goodness.
So all the he super power punted it. So then the money went to so then all the money in the world went to Pluto instead.
I think you're watching too much Pokemon.
I didn't forget to shut the refrigerator door though. I just wasn't finished eating yet. When Dad came home from work, I was supposed to get his paper. I didn't forget. The puppy got it first. I know what's up. I get, and I always remember to kiss her.
Me too. Kiss her. Yeah! I saw it before.
I ventured back to my favorite spot, but this time I had my little bird along for the ride. I put her up in the air and let it reveal the beauty of the local landscape. I did some more exploring and found a few other hidden gems along my travels. Coming up on the final days of our trip, one evening the family celebrated Laura's dad's birthday with a sunset cruise out on the bay. Clouds blockaded our view of seeing the actual sun over the horizon, but the evening was still beautiful to be out on the water.
No, he's just turning it.
Oh, there you go. Hey, say so long.
Okay, one more. Anybody want to drive the boat? You watch that? Yeah. That's your cold air, and I do have your sweatshirt.
I know.
You do look like a cupcake.
Aaron looks like a cupcake. Aaron looks like a cupcake.
We're not going as fast now.
That story has a 4-story hotel.
Oh yeah?
And then 8 years later.
Who is it, Roy?
Now, did you guys know that every
Oh, okay.
just a few miles off the coast, past it, that attack sank the ship. And that was, that's just 4 miles off the coast. That's the only, the closest one that was found. I believe it was a London. So, I mean, the story goes.
I rented a tent site at a nearby state park to camp for a night to get a different kind of experience than I'm used to. So I drove north with intent to explore the area after I got my camp set up, and then spend the evening on the beach until the sun would set behind that iconic bridge. A few parties of people finished up their beach days on the sand as I ventured out to have a bite to eat for dinner. Then, unbeknownst to me, groups of lifeguards began setting up the beach for a competition. And just the week before, we had seen part of the lifeguard competition down in Bethany. The lifeguard teams from all of the local beaches gather each week over the stretch of the summer to hold these competitions. And from what I witnessed, it gets pretty intense, but it's not too serious. The lifeguards are athletes, and they are certainly in great shape. As a former track and field athlete myself, the whole event reminded me of that sport. Between the relays, the races, and different individual events, I don't know how the scoring system worked, but a lifeguard team winner is announced at the end. The participants and observers alike all seem to be having an enjoyable time throughout the 2-hour happening. It certainly was a beautiful evening on top of it all. So, needless to say, there was so much activity on the beach, and I was in full relaxation mode, just enjoying my time. As the beach began to clear, I raced up to get a glimpse of the sun.
Yes, sir.
I had left my drone in my car, and I wanted to get it up in the air for sunset. My campsite was a few hundred yards away, so I rushed back to pick it up and get back out onto the bridge before the sun was gone. It was a perfect night to just admire how mankind can add to a landscape in a way that isn't overkill and allows for nature to still be the dominant architect within a scene. That sturdy, bold-looking bridge, towering over the rough and darkened waters underneath, certainly made for a catchy composition, posed in front of the watercolored sunset sky behind it. After a long night of listening to that traffic over the bridge from within my tent, I went and explored the next morning, including walking across the bridge to the north side of the inlet. Apparently, with the water break, the waves are ideal for great surfing along this beach. I utilized an old slab of concrete to just sit and watch the surfers for a bit. After my camping side excursion, it was our last full day of vacation back at the house.
Yeah.
A round of mini golf with kids, aunts, and uncles was how we wrapped up our stay.
Yeah, shit. Yeah. Off the wall.
Okay, go ahead. Hole in one. I'm getting it on tape, on video.
Looks good, looks good. The right distance, but I'll give you another chance to try to record a hole in one.
And the completion of the hardest puzzle Laura had ever worked on put an exclamation point on it all.
Laundry basket. You drop all the pieces in the laundry basket. And then
Poke
we can
it.
just pick them
Now
up.
poke
All right,
it.
get the box.
Or we could just drop it.